Hey everybody, I'm Zach and I like movies, and I'm here to talk to you about the latest from Big Jim James Cameron, Avatar, Fire, and Ash. So this is his now third movie in his real love it or hate it franchise, the Avatar movies. The absolute unabashed labor of love from one of our greatest action blockbuster filmmakers to ever do it. He is still going strong. Really been at this whole project since like the like mid to late '90s, and like really, absolutely like finally was able to like realize it fully for our eyes and for all of our viewing pleasure back in all the way back in 2009 in the first Avatar. And you know, it's much ink has been spilled, both in print and online, where about like its shortcomings in terms of like it being a very standard plot, a sort of like very some of the characters very kind of just they're more character types than they are three-dimensional, at least the human characters. But what that movie absolutely and still really succeeds at is a absolutely strong foundation of action blockbuster fundamentals, of satisfying use of setup and payoff, of absolutely still to this day revolutionary effects technology in motion capture, in facial performance capture. Like for all you naysayers out there who believe that Avatar has no lasting cultural impact, it's not just about like, can you quote Avatar? Like the things that James Cameron did, the things that he and his team invented for just the first Avatar has absolutely helped shape the blockbuster cinematic landscape, both for better and worse. Like if you loved Thanos in Infinity War, you have James Cameron to thank a big hand, because like the first Avatar is almost 20 years old. It still looks as fresh as this one does today. Also looks fresh is his last movie in this series of like, what was it, 2 years ago now? 2022? I think it was 2022. With the last movie, The Way of the Water, the long-awaited sequel that absolutely didn't really shake things up too much, but like shifted enough things around in like the character relationships and introduced some new elements, but mostly gave us a absolutely breathtaking sense of wonder and discovery of just seeing all these things. And again, the visual spectacle is why these movies not only are made, but why they make bank, because you cannot get this anywhere else, and you can't get it in the way that James Cameron does. They're really there is no one who does what James Cameron does better, and the way he goes about it in like just this absolutely beautiful, just stunning. I mean, stunning visuals is just so incredible. Like there's not a moment where like I'm looking at this giant alien whale that is talking to us and is subtitled in papyrus font. This whale called Payakan, who is an outsider, who's an outcast. I don't look at that and say, well, that's obviously just a bunch of ones and zeros. Like, no, this is Payakan. Payakan is my friend. He's not just my friend, he is my brother. I love Payakan. I would die for Payakan. But now with Fire and Ash, we have what's I would describe as like the part 2 that The Way of the Water to The Way of the Water's part 1. Only so far. Sort of. It's not quite like Dune 2's answer to Dune 1. This is I've seen some comparisons to The Return of the Jedi, and I kind of see why. I feel like that's more apt than anything, because Fire and Ash absolutely has like some breathtaking highs. The highs of this franchise, and again, in terms of like the visual panache and just the flair and beauty of everything, the reason why we show up to these things is second to none. It's some of the coolest looking stuff here. But also there's like, even for like how indulgent Cameron is in these movies, This one felt oddly clunky. Like I'll probably get into this because what we're mostly following up with like Jake Sully and Neytiri and their family. They lost a son from the first movie. By the way, this movie picks up like very soon after The Way of the Water, so you probably should have like rewatched that before walking into this one. And they're in mourning. Everyone's feeling frustration. The now eldest, the remaining son, Loak, is feeling frustrated because he tries really hard to prove himself to his dad, but he feels like he's coming up short because his dad is Jake Sully, and Jake Sully still sucks. There now we have like more stuff for like Neytiri to do, which is absolutely a plus from Way of the Water, where she was kind of sidelined for most of it. And also here you still have General Miles Quaritch, played by Stephen Lane, who's just having a ball playing this. I love what they've been doing with his character and like putting his memories in like the Na'vi body, and like he's an avatar, and also he has like a kid. And also there's Spider. I like Spider. He's like just some kid that was like dropped off, that was left behind, and then they just raised him, and now he's like part of the Sully family. But he it brings us to like a lot of various moments where like there's like conflict, there's spectacle, there's stuff, like things happen, and things happen. It's like action stuff. Just kind of keeping things vague for plot reasons. It's story reasons. These movies are best experienced, but here they also introduce something new with a new clan of Na'vi, this like Ash and Fire clan, and who is led by Varane, who if you have not already seen the Horny posting for her, oh boy, they were not joking. They were not exaggerating one little bit about how hot she was. Holy crap, she is like fascinating as a villain, in the sense, and like the way that she's they like set up and explain how she worships fire when disregarded Awa, the spirit of the like goddess mother of the planet, of the Na'vi of the Na'vi planet, which is real. Like Na'vi, like Awa is real, and she rejects God. Right? She rejects the God that is real and worships fire. And she is absolutely super. She's like super sexy. Like if you have been like hankering for like a real fur-bait goth waifu, she is it, and she is absolutely it to a T. And she's played. I just found this out yesterday. She is played by Oona Chaplin, as in the granddaughter of icon of the silent film era, Charlie Chaplin. That's the Tramp's granddaughter, and she's magnificent. She is absolutely stunning. Really one of the one of the best additions to the entire franchise, as far as I'm concerned. And you still get like this. On top of that, like there's like they shift some things around here and there with like the relationship dynamics between like Jake and Quaritch, also with Spider, the way they kind of like shift back and forth here and there, and it leads to like really interesting and fun places to experience. Sorry, but the biggest drawback I have for this movie, and like it was very odd seeing this, because this movie is like 3 hours and 17 minutes long. It's a little bit longer than Way of the Water was, but this one felt so much less well paced than the Way of the Water was. And Way of the Water was indulgent in itself, and like all of the beauty, and like just soak in all the serene beauty of this absolutely realer than real ocean and it's alien life and stuff, and we're fighting, and like we're seeing space whales fight and all that stuff, and it's beautiful and fun and cool. But like there was stuff, it felt like there was stuff that it was like we were discovering some things new. And here it feels like we were kind of spinning our wheels for a while, because like for about 2/3 of this, like there's like a solid 2.5-ish, like 2 15-hour stretch where it's just absolutely singing, just everything's totally working for me. I'm in it. But then like it gets to a point where like I was kind of leaning in my chair like we could kind of move on from this, because it's like they try to give like Jake Sully stuff has like some character growth, but it also feels like stuff that like not only was set up in Way of the Water, but like really should have been resolved there. So it kind of just feels like we're doing this again kind of thing. And they even kind of like awkwardly built, like when they kind of like when it loses steam, it kind of like tries to awkwardly rebuild the hype up for the big action climax that also feels like we're retreading things from both Way of the Water and the first movie. There's like quite literally in one case, I won't spoil what, but yeah, it's a frustrating move because like for all the guff that I could give James Cameron for this, he's a guy who knows how to like pace his movies well for as long as they are, and as like kind of, and even when they get kind of very dumb in a lot of the character writing, or even like he could get indulgent certainly, but like not repetitive. And Avatar and Fire and Ash definitely feels repetitive at points to its detriment. But to its credit too, it still has like some absolutely real, just gorgeous moments. Some of the really coolest stuff I think has been in this of the franchise if you're into it. Like again, Varane is a wonderful addition. I like the stuff that we're doing with Quaritch in this. Like if they're kind of maybe directing him to like become like by the end of this whole thing maybe to be like the Vegeta to Jake Sully's Goku, I would like that. But also, but like for every positive that I can give like huge swaths of this movie, there's always it's stuff that like just stuff about like the pacing and like the repetitive nature of like the last third of this movie, and really just the fact that like I like most of these characters, but I don't like Jake Sully at all. Like I feel for his kids so much. I like Spider fine. I like his attitude. He feels like I just have a soft spot for guys that kind of just act like a dog. they have a dog in spirit. He's got that dog in him. Quaritch is cool. Varane is cool. But like there's only so many times that you could like have a climactic battle between Quaritch and Sully, and then like they like duke it out and they get separated, and Quaritch is like, "We'll meet again, Spider-Man," about it. But like, hey, there's always great. But like, there's still good performances here. Again, Oona Chaplin was great. Stephen Lane is having a blast. Oh my God, Zoe Saldana. Like, man, I really feel like whenever these movies come up, I really need to reiterate Zoe Saldana as Neytiri is majestic. She's incredible to see, and she gets so much such a great performance. There's a really wonderful scene where she's like being confronted with like her anti-human racism, which is just outside of itself a little bit funny, but like in the drama of it, and especially in that moment of it, it's so, you really feel it, and you see it all on Neytiri's just beautiful blue face. It's a hell of a thing to watch, and it's a hell of a thing to like really feel. And if there's anything that I could like give grief to this movie about, or any of these movies for how yeah, they are kind of basic plots. They're all very they're not exact, but they're also a franchise that is very like you kind of just let it feel, just kind of feel it out. We go see them. I always get my money's worth. We pick them up, we obsess over them for a few months, and then we put it back down, and then we pick them up again a little later. And I think that's really interesting in terms of like I think it's a really interesting space to be in for like for like modern day franchises that like are almost like demanding like more supplemental material kind of thing. Like, yeah, we have like an Avatar park or in like a Disney Springs or whatever, but they're mostly just like these absolutely beautiful, as they are, just beautiful spectacles that you don't want to miss. And like, honestly, I can't doubt that. So yeah, well, I do feel some conflict about like things that happen in it. I don't feel like this was like the strongest overall of the Avatar movies. It's definitely hit some clunky beats, but it's why are we downing James Cameron? He's proven himself that he knows what he's doing. He absolutely stunned. Like, it's stunning. I cared. I felt emotions, and I'm kind of feel like I want to see it again, which a lot of other people seem to see it a bunch of times, and I do like it. I like these movies. I just wish I loved them. You know, I only like them so far. Maybe because James Cameron is such an absolutely talented filmmaker that I really, really wish he wasn't saddled with a writer as mediocre as James Cameron is. But yeah, it's Avatar. It's another Avatar movie. Take that for what you will. And I'm feeling like a light 7 for this. Very highly recommendable. Just check it out. Go see it. You're not gonna be if you already are into the Avatar movies, you're not gonna be disappointed. You're definitely gonna get some good stuff out of this. And I think that's it. That's pretty much all I got. Avatar, James Cameron, no doubt. Don't doubt Touchdown Jim. But yeah, gotta lay down. I'm still kind of worn out from this cold. It sucks about when you get sick is that sometimes you can't like focus on movies, so you just wind up gaming. You wind up like laying down and coughing and sneezing and just feeling achy and shitty, or so you game or whatever. I don't know. I'm just rambling. So yeah, Avatar, James Cameron, Navi, no doubt. Yeah, so check it out. What did you think? Hope you all check it out. Hope you share your thoughts, and I hope you all have a nice day and have a nice Christmas too. And I will see you all later. You all take care of yourselves. And again, Merry Christmas.